Hello, and welcome to a new edition of FireWatch. This month on FireWatch, we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to go and talk to some of our retirees that are retiring here in the next few days and a few weeks. Also, we're going to be able to go in and watch Chief Eagle as he give out service awards. Our service awards include awards for perfect attendance, awards for achievements, for educational and promotional. So you're really going to enjoy this episode to see some of the guys and what they're doing and talk to a couple of good guys that are getting ready to retire here at the Danville Fire Department.
Let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. This is our annual awards and recognition ceremony. We hope it to be an annual event at the end of our fiscal year. It's a great time for me to tell you how much I appreciate the hard work and the dedication that you've all shown throughout this last year. And basically, you all are who make our department great. It's the people. And so this is our opportunity from my side to say thank you and to have breakfast together and to just laugh, to have fun, and to recognize some of the things that went on throughout this last year. So we're going to do service awards. We got a few other awards. We welcome back Captain Melton, who's retired recently. We welcome you back and glad you're here with us. And so with that, we'll go ahead and get started. And I'll ask Chief Key to come forward and give a quick overview of what's gone on over the last year.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to see everybody's awake this morning. All right, I'm going to cover the call volume for 2014. It was the busiest year in history. Total of 7,176 calls. This is the first time in history we've ever broke 7,000 calls. 2013, to give you a little comparison, it was 6,727. This is an increase of 6.8%. We're basically on schedule for at least that many again this year. Let's give you a shift breakdown. B shift ran 2,381 calls with an average of 19.6 calls per day. Who do you think ran the most? Station 5. For the year, 5 ran 561 calls. A close second is going to be Engine 1 with 538 calls. Getting better, yeah, we're getting close. All right, Engine 2, 464 calls. Engine 3 close by with 461. Ladder 1, 372. Drops off a little bit down to Engine 4 with 277. Engine 6 and Engine 7 battling for the bottom. Oh, no, we don't count them. That's specials. Engine 6 with 195 calls and Engine 7 with 191. So y'all are close, guys. Y'all are the bottom. Battalion 1 ran 117 calls on B shift. Hazmat 2 ran 110. Yeah, we're close. We had 16 working fires on B shift. So that was quite a bit for the year. Now just to show you, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Engine 5 on B shift was in 4th place for the year for all shifts. And Engine 1 on B shift was in 6th place. So it's been a very busy year. 9 arson fires, 4 firefighter injuries, 7 civilian injuries, and 2 civilian fatalities. Do you want to go over the certifications? I'll do that also. This time I'd like to recognize a few people with some of the certifications they've done for the past year. The newest class that was taken, Captain Tommy Napper for the Virginia Fire Officer Academy. Captain Napper. For those of y'all that don't know, it's a pretty tough class. Am I right, sir? B shift has got, let's see, Captain Scarce is gone, Captain Hayes is gone, and myself has attended this class. My goal is to have all the captains on B shift attend the Fire Officer Academy class. It's a very intense class, and as you can talk to Captain Napper and see, the scenarios were quite hectic. One thing you say wrong, and it just, it's bad for you. All right, Mr. Moyes just completed Officer 1, am I correct? Congratulations. Josh Stowe also completed Officer 1. Yep, he's not here today. Also, I've got waiting on results back, but Firefighter Plummer and Firefighter Collins just completed Instructor 1.
One of the things the Chief's getting ready to present is the challenge coin. For those of you, are there any in here that collect challenge coins? So you know a little bit of about the challenge coins, but the history of the challenge coin goes back significantly in the military to start with, and it was the medallion or coin of the commanding officer, and they would only give these coins to very trusted people. And this was also the pass if they were sending messages to another element at another location. And if they did not know the password or whatever, they would show that they had the coin when they were challenged by the sentry, was the original element of the challenge coin. It also evolved into being what the commanders passed out to people for special recognitions, special services and things of that nature that didn't necessarily meet medals, but they were personal items. And now they have evolved into to represent different organizations, different entities and things of that nature, and are passed as a symbol of respect and thanks and association. And so the Chief will go a little further as far as who and why these are being passed out at this time.
All right, I'm going to ask you, Chief Dishman and Chief Key, to help me out. This year, we received accreditation, which y'all have all been hearing, which is a huge milestone or achievement for the department. And it's not an achievement for administration, it's an achievement for all of us as a team. It's a team effort. It took all the collective efforts of all of us to be able to become an accredited agency. A lot of times you don't realize it, but when y'all were sitting around the kitchen table at the firehouse going over the strategic planning documents, coming up with ups and downs and pros and cons and things we're doing good and strengths and weaknesses, all that was compiled and turned into the strategic plan that you have in your fire station. We've just gone through the first year of the strategic plan, and we're getting ready to release the second edition of our strategic planning document, which is what we're working towards as far as programs and initiatives that our department is working towards in order to allow us to give the absolute best care and the best service that we can to this community. So this was a great achievement. Accreditation has been, I know some of us have scratched our heads from time to time. It's been time consuming. It's taken a lot of effort from a lot of different people, from our dispatchers to the newest firefighter on our truck. It's helped us to, part of what it's about, part of the accreditation model is about continuous improvement and how we can continue to measure everything we do, whether it's our response time, whether it's the processing time of our dispatchers, whether it's turnout time, whether it's travel time, whether it's how effective we are once we get on the scene. It's measuring how well we know our skills. It's measuring how accurate our reports are. It's documenting how we operate, how we do things, from maintaining our trucks to our equipment to our training to building maintenance. It provides a level of continuity so that if a chief officer leaves, we can, the next man up can hit the road running and know exactly how we operate and to what standards we operate. So accreditation has been a very time-consuming but worthwhile endeavor that has taken the collective efforts of all of us. So as we introduce the challenge coin, as Chief Dishman said, this is a token of appreciation or recognition of a significant event that you may have been involved in. So we're going to give everybody in the department a challenge coin. Our hope is that this will be an ongoing tradition. Your battalion chief will have the opportunity to have these to award for significant accomplishments or extraordinary effort that's put in to help and serve this community, and he'll have the opportunity to present these not in an annual awards banquet, but at the time of the actual event. So that's our hope moving forward, that this will be an ongoing event. Our hope, well, right now it's not something you can purchase, it's something that you have to earn. So with that, everybody in the department is going to get one of these to start off with. So gentlemen, if y'all could help me pass these out. And I want to, you need a few more than that. All right. And I just want to reiterate my thanks as the chief. I appreciate the opportunity for representing you all, and it's a great honor to serve this community and to serve each of you as the chief, and I thank you for your hard work in helping us reach this level of service. Next, we're going to do perfect attendance. As y'all have known, the last few years, well, for as long as I've been here, we've awarded something for perfect attendance. When you have minimum staffing requirements, perfect attendance is extremely important because we all count on each other. And when you're not here, we have to step up, and people have to fill in where you're not there. We can pay overtime for that when we have to. But those who have gone a whole year and had the good fortune of not being injured or sick or having to utilize their sick leave is quite an accomplishment, and it's something that we want to recognize and continue to recognize. And for that, I'm going to ask Chief Key to come forward and pass these out. And we'll recognize, we're going to do the challenge coin again. As you know, many people collect these. They give them away to other people that may have done something good. They pass them down to other people. So I hope it won't seem too redundant getting two of them. But for those who receive perfect attendance, we appreciate you for being able to get here. And with that, I'll just read their names and you can pass them out and we'll clap at the end. So Captain Chris Blevins. Or we can clap now. John Crampton, I don't think's here. Alan Harless. William Keene. Chief Chris Key. Captain Tommy Napper. Robert Price. And Captain Billy Scarce, who's not here. We also, I'm just going to read their names, but day shift is Chief Dishman, Chief Eagle, Chief Irvin, and Miss Judy Mills. All right, moving forward, we're going to get into our service awards. And our first service award, I don't believe he's here, but Al Sims with 5 years of service. Next we have Nathan Sargent. He's not here either. With 15 years of service. And with the staff, Judy Mills with 25 years of service. And on our emergency communications side, we're fortunate if you haven't seen her here, but we have Lakeisha Polk with 5 years of service. Good job. And last but not least, we've got Captain Wayne Melton. Wayne retired. We hated to see him go. Wayne's already received his certificate and his helmet and his badge, but we have a watch, a pocket watch, and this is from the men and women of the department. And we're glad you could join us today and be with us. And if you would come forward, and we'd like to present you with this watch. Thank you. We're here today with Kermit King Jr., better known to most of us as Peanut, in recognition of his 20 years of service with the Danville Fire Department. And today we want to present you with the certificate of recognition for your 20 years of dedicated service to this community. And it reads, in recognition and appreciation of the fire service given through the years to the City of Danville as a city employee, we wish to acknowledge your years of service and publicly state our appreciation to you for a job well done. So Kermit, we appreciate you. It's been an honor for me to work with you. You and I came to the department the same year, within a couple months of each other, and we took a lot of our training together from the very beginning. And it's been my honor to work with you throughout these 20 years, and we're going to miss you around here. But we wanted to recognize you with this plaque from the city. Give you that. Go ahead. And also from the men and women of the fire department. It's our tradition that the men and women will give you this nice pocket watch engraved with your years of service, February 1, 95 through June 30th of 15. Danville Fire Department, Kermit King Jr., Peanut. We'd like to give you this pocket watch and wish you all the best in retirement. Thank you.
I have here with me Lieutenant Kermit King. We call him Peanut, and most people know you by Peanut, Lieutenant. And he's retiring from the Danville Fire Department after 20 long years of service with the Danville Fire Department. Kermit, we're going to miss you. You came in as a firefighter, then you got promoted to engineer for a while, and then you moved into the training division, and you're leaving us as a lieutenant. Tell me something about your 20 years here, some things you learned, some things you would like to see in the future. And I always ask my guys, leave me a word for our new recruits coming in, because somebody's got to replace you.
Well, a lot of the things I learned is I never had any brothers and sisters growing up. I was the only child. But when I came here, I had a whole shift full of brothers and sisters, whole department. You know, I could depend on them and call them. So it was a new experience for me being in the brotherhood like this. And as far as, you know, seeing a lot of changes, I mean, before I left, we had a lot of changes. We built a new fire station, bought a new ladder truck. You know, it's a lot of changes going on. I think in the future, you know, I'd probably like to see more. They're gonna probably have to run more EMS and do, you know, and probably take on more of a role for as the transport communities is concerned.
Yes, you're correct in that area, because we run a lot of EMS calls, and lately with the heat being the way it is, people are out moving around. So our EMS is a large percentage of our calls every day. Now, what about our new firefighters coming in? We just had a task to hire some new additional guys, and last year we brought in 4 more. So what about these new guys coming in?
Well, I think the new guys, if they will focus on teamwork and brotherhood, I think they'll get along just fine. And I always been a component of kind of a religious saying, you know, I am my brother's keeper.
Okay, very good, because we are, you know, I've interviewed a lot of people here within the last year retiring, And this is getting harder for me every time. I came through with a lot of you and growing up with a lot of you. When I say grow up, I mean growing up in the fire department. And, you know, I think about it a lot. It's really, really, really getting to me, having to talk to these last guys when they're leaving. Captain Milton and I, we started the same day. And actually, Captain Milton and I went through elementary school together. So we've been around each other for a long time. And then you came in, and you were very, very instrumental in my public education division. You drove trucks for me a lot. You were always there to help me do a lot in that, and I'm going to miss you. I always tell the guys, you know, Peanut was my go-to. So now I'm recruiting some other guys, and they're stepping up. The new guys coming in, they're stepping up to help out in the areas where you, Captain Milton, and Captain Finkner, all you guys that have retired here recently. So, Lieutenant, I'm still going to call you Lieutenant. I'm going to call you Peanut. I know where to find you. It's been great working with you. I hate to see you leave, but I'm happy that you're going and doing some other things. And you'll come back to see us, I'm absolutely sure. If not, I'm going to call you. I have your number.
No doubt. It's a great job. It's a fun job. And, you know, you kind of forget sometimes that you're working, because you're having so much fun with the guys, and they're pulling pranks and you're pulling pranks back and you're watching them. But when it's time to put the boots on the ground, they get the job done.
I would be the first to say, you know, I'm on my 28th year, so I'm not far behind, that this is the best job in the world. Yeah. We love what we do. Just can't say enough about it, you know, and you, right after the beginning, you hit it. It's a family. And we stick together, brotherhood.
Stick together.
And sister.
Yeah,
okay.
And sisterhood.
Well, thanks again for stopping by with us, and we wish you the best on your retirement, and have fun.
All right, thank you.
Now I have with me a big special guest here, and when I say big, Wayne's a tall guy. He's a big guy. Wayne and I started the fire department at the exact same day. We were part of the annexation group, and Wayne is retiring, and we're going to miss Wayne, and he's done a lot for this fire department. He got promoted very early to engineer, then he was a driver now. He served as captain for how many years?
15 years.
15 years, and Wayne was on the hazmat team, and just plenty of other things around the fire department. As you heard earlier, plenty of jokes. He got some jokes. He played one on me at the mall one time and scared me to death. But anyway, he's a great guy, and I've been knowing Wayne since elementary school. And you know, I just don't know what I can say about you. I'm going to miss you, and you did well, and your guys. You raised some good kids over that station too. I remember a time when I needed some information on a building, and you did a pre-incident survey, and it was so thorough, he could look at the survey and tell me to walk 10 steps, take a left, take a right, and put my hand on the item I was looking for. And that's the kind of people that we need, and the strong leadership here in the fire department of Wayne. Everybody knew that his guys were going to be trained very well, their skills, they're going to be up on their skills. And I just appreciate everything you did for the fire department. For me, in my area, you did a lot, and you're surely going to be missed.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoyed it. It was a great career for 27 years. A lot of fun, a lot of hard work. If anybody that don't or hadn't done it don't understand it, but it's a way of life, and you got to love it to do it, because you sure wouldn't do it for the money. And it's definitely a great career. And I'm going to tell one quick story. I remember we hadn't been here long. You was at Station 3, and I was at Bridge Street, and we was at a fire over on Flint Street. Do you remember that night?
Yes.
And I was trying to go through the back of the building, and it was like something was holding me down. And I said, what in the world's going on? And I couldn't move, and I reached back, and it was a hand holding onto my coat, and it was your hand, and you was following me up in there. And I was pretty much dragging you with me, but you weren't going to be left behind, and you went with me. And you always right there in the middle working with everybody, and you pulled your weight, and it was a good time. Great atmosphere, great bunch of guys. And I'm say guys and girls, and it was a great career. Sad that it's over in one way, but glad to close that chapter and go on with something else. And you know, it's been great. Sure has.
Well, we bid you good health, and Keep doing what you're doing. We all know that you love outside nature, fishing, hunting. Some of these young guys, you've taught them a lot about the fire department. You've taught them about the sport of fishing and hunting. They were in there talking about it, and believe it or not, you were a big brother and a father to some. They would come to you with some things outside of working, which means a lot. Firefighters are family, and you will always be a big part of our family.
Thank you very much.
Mission, love you.
Love you. Thank you very much.
Now I have my next guest, Captain Chris Blevins. Chris just received his Perfect Attendance Award here with the City of Danville. First, let me congratulate you on your promotion as captain.
Thank
so
you.
I got to get used to seeing Captain Chris Blevins. I know
Right.
you would do well in that position.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
And it's already showing off by your perfect attendance coming to work every day. Plays a very important part in the fire department. What do you feel is just makes you want to come to work every day? And it's just not to get a little certificate or anything. It has to be a meaning to make someone get up and get out of bed when they don't feel like it.
Well, I've been here 20 years, and I still enjoy coming to work every day. It's very important that we show up for work every day, especially in the fire department. We manpower, with family issues, children, illnesses. It's very important that we get to work. We need the manpower on the trucks. It seems like here in the last couple years, we've been riding 3-man engines, and it makes it tough when you have a working fire. That's less manpower you have on the engines and more work that everybody has to do. So it's very important that you get up out of bed and you come to work, just for the safety aspect.
Yeah, Chris.
Makes our job safer.
On days like today, when it's in the high 90s, and we have just I don't want to say simple fire, but a small fire, just putting that gear on is enough to for our commanders to have to change in and out people all the time. So everybody really counts when we start working in these extreme heat temperatures or extreme cold temperatures. As you said, with family and children, it's going to be occasions that you had to miss,
Yes,
big ball games for your children and weddings and things like that, because you have to come to work. And I admire you for, putting work out there and wanting to come in and do what we need to do to make sure that our citizens are protected.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Well, thank
Thanks
you, Chris, on your perfect attendance, and just continue that. That's one of my favorite things, too. I try to come every day to get that because I love what I do.
That's
it makes a difference.
You gotta love it. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Yep.
I've made my way out, talked with Lakeisha Pope. Lakeisha is one of our telecommunicators here in the city of Danville, and she's one of the first-line people that you would talk to should you need to call 911. Lakeisha, welcome to FireWatch.
Thank you.
Lakeisha, you just received a service award for 5 years, serving here in the city of Danville over at the Telecommunications Center. And I know you've got a new home over there, which is very nice. Tell me a little bit about something you do daily on your job over there.
Well, basically, on a daily basis, we answer 911 calls for service, and we dispatch the units, the proper units to, help with the emergencies or whatever's going on. Okay,
Lakeisha, I know I visited over there with you before, and you guys are busy. Yes. All day and night, sometimes a little more than others, but we do appreciate your service in 5 years, and I hope that you hang around and continue to stay with the city of Danville, because your job is very important, and you assist us on our daily calls with all kinds of questions as well. So thank you for being a part of FireWatch, and we hope to see you in 5 more. Well, that wraps up this edition of FireWatch. Congratulations to all the service awards winners this year, and also congratulations to the guys that are retiring from the Danville Fire Department. So until next month, be safe.